right, everyone. It is still Joe Lipi, your host here at the Timeless Tempo podcast. It is a Wednesday as usual, and today's topic is a topic that is at the heart of every musician. A topic that is at the heart of every musician. You had that right. And this topic is the art of songwriting. The art of songwriting. Today we have really we have bounded us into songwriting, and that is mostly actually songwriting, but actually could do for other creatives too. But today we're talking about the art of songwriting. And in this episode, we put down 10 points for you that you could use, be it that you are a beginner or even those that have written 1,000 songs. This episode could revolutionize the way you write or the way you've been writing and change a bit the way you've been writing. So it is not just for those that are just starting or beginning, but it cuts aboard to all levels, professionals, starters, intermediates, the art of songwriting. And we kickstart with our first point. And it says inspiration. Inspiration is where songs begin. You know, every song is born from a spark. Excuse me. It could be a conversation, it could be rhythm of the rain, it could be heartbreak, a movie quote, or even, you know, a tale that could inspire you to write a song. If you look at what we go through in our daily lives, the things we see, the things around us, the things that make us to be humans, if we put them down, all these might inspire us and should inspire us to write songs, different songs. I mean, and another thing is that you shouldn't now, for the beginners, beginner level to an intermediate, you could search for an inspiration, because really it could be hard if you're starting from scratch to do something you haven't done before. It could be challenging, and that's the reality. It doesn't come easily. So you need to search for an inspiration. You look around you. What is around me? The things that you see around your daily life. It could be your personal story. It could be a dream. It could be a vision. And that creates the spark where you start your journey of writing songs. But now to the advanced people who've written before, you don't really need to wait for the inspiration to come to you. But you got to create the inspiration for others to hear from you, to listen from you. Okay, you could revise what you've written before, redefine how you've been writing before, and in the run, you create an inspiration. You'll end up creating an inspiration to different people, to your fans, to your fan base, to your listeners, to viewers, to your lovers. So inspiration is both ways. We can search for an inspiration, try to find an inspiration, and to those that are there, you create an inspiration for others. And this takes us to point number 2. And it says that understanding song structure. You know, structure is like the blueprint of your song. Understanding song structure. Again, if you've just started or you want to start to write songs, you might find it hard, or if it comes easier to you, it is easy or better to follow the structures that are already existing, to grasp this, to understand the flow, so that it gets into your DNA, it gets into your blood, so that it flows with you. You know, you understand the commonly used song structures. Some songs start with a verse and then go to a chorus, verse, chorus, bridge. Some start with a chorus and then a verse, and then a chorus, and then a verse, and then the bridge. And actually, it depends on your audience. We are not yet talking about the timing of the song. The timing, I don't mean the time signature, but I mean the length of the song. But we are talking about just the structure. So you get to understand how a song is simply built. Until you make 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, then you can go into something that I recommend for the advanced writers, is to break the pattern. Not every song has to be the usual way, the normal way of writing. Because now you are an advanced writer, you bring your own. It takes us back to the first point, creating inspiration. You create a new structure of a song. And these are not ordinary things. Some songs, it will begin with a chorus and then they jump to a bridge and then they come back to a chorus and then they go back to a verse. You know, it's just now you're creating something new that hasn't been seen before. And that's a step in this year and age where we are having a lot at our avenue. We have AI, we have computerization and all that. So it would be better if we created, or you created, something different regarding the structure of writing a song. And then number 3. Oh, I love this. And this is lyrics. The power of words. If we talk about lyrics, the soul of the song, lyrics should say what we all feel but can't quite put into words. Think of Adele's song, Someone Like You. Simple but unforgettable. That is the power of lyrics. Number 3 is lyrics, the power of words. You know, every song has a message it puts out. Every song. If you sit down and analyze each and every song that has been produced or put out there, it has a message. So don't be deluded, be it vulgar, be it educative, be it cultural, be it traditional, be it political. Every song, the best line is that every song has a message. And that is the power of the words we use in the lyrics. So it is up to you as a new songwriter or as an existing songwriter to know what you want to communicate with your audience. What am I telling you? The lyrics is actually the bone marrow of your message. So you tell us what you want to communicate through the lyrics. So choose it wisely and be conscious about it, because the lyrics portrays mostly who you want to be addressed as. The lyrics. Point number 4. Melody. Oh boy. Now, for those who want to begin writing songs and maybe don't know how to play instruments, in another episode we talked about how to continue as a musician, a beginner musician, and we talked about instruments and all that. You can look down and check back. You'll see this video, it will help you. So if we're talking about the art of writing songs and you haven't been an instrumentalist, rather haven't been an instrumentalist, or you haven't been a vocalist, a singer, you don't know your solfege, you don't know your keys and all that, this part could be challenging to you. But how do you go about it? Yes, the melody is the emotional hook of the song. It is the emotional carrier. You can have average real lyrics, but a strong melody can make people weep or dance. Melody is to do with the emotion. Okay, which emotion do you want to portray out there? You remember, as a songwriter, you are a creative. What emotion are you giving us? What emotion do you want your viewers, your listeners, your lovers to get in a particular song? You sit down as you write the lyrics, but you come up with the emotions. Okay, in this emotion, I want to make people dance. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people fall in love. I want to make people cry. That is all emotion you are communicating in your song. And this is through what we term as the melody of the song. For instance, if I hum something like don't worry, be happy. What was the emotion behind this guy? His mind. What was the emotion? So that is the melody. That is the melody and the emotion of the song. Our next point, and is point number 5. Now, music and songs are sung. Let's say songs are sung. So finding your voice is important. Finding your voice, this cuts across to both advanced songwriters and performers, performing artists, and beginners. Why do we say so? If I asked you a random question, how many musicians, songwriters, and singers, performers are there in the world today? Quite a lot. It's many. They're in the millions, known and not known. Finding your voice is crucial. That if someone listens to a song, imagine you're listening at Spotify. Someone played a song on Spotify amplified it through speakers, and then you're passing by and then just listen, okay, without even asking, and you tell the person, oh, this is Stevie Wonder. Not because you know the song, the title of the song, but because he has identified his voice. You pass around and say, okay, this is Banner Boy. You go around and say, okay, this is San Fantomas. You pass around and say, this is Faregola. That helps a lot. Actually, in this day and age, where you have different producers, they use different stuff. Some use the pitch correction, some use the auto tunes, some don't use at all, but still you need to define your voice. You define your voice in the way you sing. You could make runs somewhere, somehow. The dynamic of singing helps you to identify your voice and your sound as a performing artist. All right. Point number 6. But before we go to number 6, back to identifying your voice or your sound, it is important actually, because from inspiration, as now this goes to people who are just starting to write and to sing. From inspiration, if you love someone, you want to portray or copy what they do. But when it comes to voice, at least don't try to echo how they do it. Learn from them, but find a way of sounding totally different or sounding a bit different. Don't just sound like them because they are already established. If you sound exactly as they do, because they are already established and advanced, they can overshadow you. If you sound like them, whoever listens to you, they'll think it is another advanced or professional musician, yet it is you. So get inspired, but don't echo them. Try to be different. Point number 6, it is collaboration. In this, I simply mean writing with others. Songwriting doesn't have to be lonely. Collaborating and collaborations can bring out your best ideas. A co-writer might catch what you missed, flip a melody, or turn a line that didn't work into the hook of your ear. What do you look for in a co-writer? That is a question you should ask yourself when you're delving into collaboration with others. You know, no man is an island. In one of my songs that is called Look Around, I wrote down and said or sang, no man is an island, we need one another. Tell me your friends and I'll tell you who you'll become. So if we collaborate with people, we get influenced of them, we get inspired of them, and we actually change how we write, we change how we sound. All this comes through collaboration. And you should collaborate with someone you think that will add something on you, someone that will affect you. That is always a positive thing. And if someone accepts to work with you, then there is something you're bringing to them. You're also changing them. There is a significance in you that they see, that they want from you. So collaboration is always good. Look at all the big artists, at least in a lifetime, they've collaborated. Even if it doesn't really show outwardly, it could be inwardly, helping someone write, but uh, you don't show, you're not like a main act in their performances, but you've just written a song. There's some great songs that have been written by others and sung by other artists, and that is also a form of collaboration. Like the Diamonds in the Sky, it wasn't initially written by Rihanna. Oh no, but got it. She gotten it from through a collaboration, and she performed it and became tremendous. If you look at Sorry of Justin Bieber, it was written by Ed Sheeran, but it is amazing. So that is collaboration. I would call it passive collaboration. You're not portrayed in the limelight, actively doing it, but you do the piano beating and the background work of foundation raising and all that. And this takes us to point number 7. This says editing the unsung hero. Editing the unsung hero. You have to edit what you write. You know, sometimes it takes time to come up with a song, really. For those that have written, you can refer to this. That writing a song, you can write something and then you change it depending on the way you feel, depending on the melody, depending on what you want to say, depending on the timing of the song. So you can write something, and then when you begin to record it, you find that it doesn't match maybe with the beats, and then you have to change it. As a new starter into this sector and section, get used to editing what you've written. What you've written won't always be a final piece. It can change accordingly. It can change anytime, and just be prepared and ready to do so. Or yeah, we still keeping on. Rewrite the lines, cut the extra verse, change the chorus melody. Like Hemingway said, write drunk, edit sober. Metaphorically, of course. Write drunk, edit sober. All this is just through editing that you can redo what you did already to have a better piece. Number 8, this is storytelling and imagery. I read this for you. People don't just listen to songs, they see them. Use storytelling and imagery to make listeners feel they're in the moment. And one of them is Taylor Swift. Every lyric is a scene. Don't just say, I'm sad. If you just say, I'm sad, okay. All people say, I'm sad. But instead of saying, I'm sad, what if you flip it in this way and say, I'm staring at your coffee cup on the table you left behind? For the coffee lovers, you know what that means. You could say that your coffee cup that you left behind, your umbrella maybe. I'm staring at your umbrella that you left behind, and you know it would be raining. You know, if you want to talk about love, you could express it, paint pictures so that your listeners, your lovers, they'll get the point of what you're talking about. Instead of just saying, I'm late, in your song, you could create an image to portray the lateness. Where does this come from? The traffic was bad, the communication was poor, traffic was heavy, was a lot of traffic jam. So we had to stay still for such a moment. And you say that instead of saying I'm late or I was late, you just describe that. You're painting an image, you're painting a picture. And this is all the art of imagery and songwriting. Number 9. This talks about emotion and vulnerability. Vulnerability connects us. When you write honestly, even if it's raw or messy, people feel it. The best songs are mirrors. If you're scared to share it, you're probably onto something real. I'll ask you a question. Have you ever written something too personal to release? What changed your mind then? So that is emotion and vulnerability. Vulnerability connects us. So never feel dragged down to release it because of vulnerability that connects us. And the final point for tonight, before we shift to the other session of having a simple acoustic hands on, we talk about practice and consistency. Practice and consistency. We even talked about this when we were talking in our previous podcast about how to succeed, how to move on as musicians. Practice and consistency. Don't wait for lightning to strike you, but begin, Hit the iron so it can become hot. Don't hit it when it is hot. So practice and consistency is really good to have at your heart. 10 minutes practice a day is better than 3-hour practice once a week. Consistency. And with that, we take a break and we see you right back. Yeah. Welcome back to the Timeless Tempo Part 2. And in this episode, we are exactly focusing on how to write songs as a musician, or the art of writing songs, be it advanced, be it starting, be it intermediate. And we talked about 10 points which we put down in a live session playing of, in this case, an acoustic keyboard. So, whatever we talked about, melody, lyrical genius that should be uprising within you or that should be created within you, and other stuff, imagery, interpretation, we portrayed in this video. This works as an inspiration and to show that what we talk about, that we learn by doing and we walk the talk. What we talk about theoretically, we actually put it into action. In this segment, I'm going to play for you one of my own songs. It is called Fantasy. It is a lovers rock banger. What I was talking about, you will hear for yourself in the piece itself. Without wasting no more second, we dive into Fantasy. My eyes can't get enough of you. Oh, you shine and move my darkness away. Yeah, yeah, I'm always overjoyed when I'm close to you. Some people say music is food for the soul, and others say it is a relieving therapy. There is no passing, no failing on this thought. Yeah, yeah, the answer lies inside within your heart. My eyes can't get enough of you. Oh, oh, oh. You shine and move my likeness away. Oh, oh, I'm always overjoyed when I'm close to you. So I started the fantasy in between and then came back to it. And then the chorus goes like this. So in this song, I started with a verse and then went to a chorus and then a verse. That's a structure that I chose in this one. So the chorus goes, all my worries are gone that I've seen you. Yeah, all my worries now are gone. Oh, all my worries are gone that I've seen you. Oh, all my worries now are gone. And then the second verse starts like this. You ease my life and come to that goal. You tickle my pain and smell it like an ice. My wounds are dried, I am now satisfied. Oh, oh, I hope you know that you're my remedy. Yeah. All I have, I give to you. All I need, I find it in your life. Oh, oh, I wanna be always right the way you are. Then I go back to the chorus. All my worries are gone that I've seen you. Yeah, all my worries now are gone. Oh, all my worries are gone that I've seen you. All my worries now are gone. Hey, all my worries are gone that I've seen you. All my worries now are gone. So that was it. If you look at the imagery, what do you picture in this song? What do you imagine? What does your fantasy tell you about the lyrics, the tone, the voicing? And as we talked about the structure and all that. So this could be an example of how you could choose to write your own. This started with a verse, chorus, and a verse. Let me do now the whole of it without breaking it. Some people say music is food for the soul, and others say it is a relieving therapy. There is no passing, no failing on this thought. The answer lies inside within your heart. Ooh, my eyes can't get enough of you. You shine and move my likeness away. Oh, oh, I'm always overjoyed when I'm close to you. Yeah, all my worries are gone that I've seen you. Oh, all my worries now are gone. Yeah, all my worries are gone that I've seen you. Oh, all my worries now are gone. gone that I've seen you. All my worries now are gone. Now this is called One Drop. All my worries are gone that I've seen you.